Hello everyone, I'm back today to talk about introducing centers and word work. This is the first center that I introduced to my first graders, and we do it all together. So before the first 2 weeks or week and a half of school, we are not really learning our phonemic strategies, our phonics strategies yet. We start with the short vowels, and each week we do a short vowel review. But before we do that, for the first 7 to 10 days, depending on how the school starts, we focus on reviewing consonants and vowels. So to do that, we use my name activity packet. So I'm going to kind of just share with you a few things that we do each day. So it kind of like builds, and then this helps us get into centers. So the first thing that we do is we get out our marble book that I talked about in a previous video. And we have our table of contents here. And then after our marble book song, the very first song we glue in is the vowel song. And so this just teaches the children what vowels are, and we sing it. So it just says A, E, I, O, U are the vowels. These are the vowels. These are the vowels. Anyways, so we glue that into our marble book, and then this is an activity that we sing every single day for those first week and a half. And then one of the activities I give them is this little pencil, and I pre-type all their names in these bubble letters. They color their pencil, and we talk about coloring the vowels a different color than the consonants. So here's an example of Piper. So she colored her vowels red. I've always done it where like everybody colors their vowels red, so it kind of pops on the graph. So whatever color you pick, that's what we all do. But then the rest of the letters, I don't really care. Then we create a class graph. So I'm going to try to just move this slightly so it's not too wobbly, so you can see back here, there's this little chart, and then we graph our names. So for example, Piper would go under 5 letters in her name. And I use a bigger pocket chart than this, the one size up bigger. And we have all of our names graphed. And then after that, we do a little math to go with it. So we fill in our little chart here and answer some questions. And that would pretty much be, oh, and then we graph our results. So we create a little bar graph. And that would be like one day's worth of activities. In fact, this is something that we could all do, so it would probably be a morning work activity on day 3, 4, whenever I start beginning my name activities. So then another activity that we do before we jump right into centers is we look at our first and last name. So on the top, we review our first name, and this time we put our last name in here, and we look at how many vowels and consonants are in our first and last name. And then we glue an additional song in our marble book, and this one says the sounds, so it's the short vowel sounds. So it's similar to the short vowels, but this time instead of saying A, E, I, O, U, you're saying A, E, I, are the sounds. It's a little tricky at first, but again, we sing this and practice and practice and practice so that we learn our short vowel sounds. So that's an additional activity that we do. And then on day 3 or 4, we do a little name book. So they get to partner up with a friend, and they write in their friend's name. You can see we circled the vowels in our friend's name, wrote the number of letters, and they do this a couple times. So you could pick how many times, and we just kind of go around the room and find a partner, and or you could partner them up, but to get to know our classmates and their names. So this is another fun activity. And also to follow up, we put our name here, and then we write all the letters that are not in our name down here, and any missing vowels and consonants. So really the first few days we're focusing on learning our vowels and consonants and getting to know our friends, and using their names instead of words. okay? And the other thing I want to mention is in this little packet, there's a little, these are upside down, but it spells out the word vowels. And then I have vowel posters up, and I honestly kept these on a pocket chart the size of the one behind me. I have lots of pocket charts in my room for a while, like 2 to 3 weeks of school. So that is what I would be doing leading up to really getting into WordWorks centers. So I wanted to share those name activities with you. They're perfect for the first week of school. I wouldn't start them on the first 2 days of school maybe, but maybe day 3, 4, and that's what I did in my classroom. So just wanted to share that with you. I will link it below. So if you want to grab it, you can. See you soon.